Hello, this is Kwakudia Ajaman Gideon, and you are welcome to this tutorial on Schoology. It's about what Schoology is and how you can use it in your classroom, be it online, traditional, or blended learning. Well, Schoology is an online learning classroom management system and social networking platform that improves learning through better communication and collaboration. Realizing the enormous potential of the internet to positively transform the field of education, the Schoology developers decided to design an LMS, that is learning management system, that does more than administrative duties. Schoology is your digital classroom. This is where students will be able to get assignments, take tests, review, post questions, have academic discussion, and so much more. So I'm going to take you through the steps on how to sign up on Schoology, how to set up Schoology. I'm going to take you through an overview of Schoology as an instructor. I'm going to also take you through how to add courses and how to add members using access code from Schoology. We will also learn how to create quizzes or tests, create assignments, learn how to create groups, add course material, create grade books, and so much more. Now, Schoology is a cloud-based learning management system combined with a variety of social networking features. Schoology has similar features as Facebook. You will pretty be familiar with this when we go to the website. It's meant for the administration, documentation, tracking, reporting, and delivery of educational courses. Schoology is absolutely free, but there's also the paid version, which they call it the Enterprise, which can be purchased by a district or a bigger school for its faculty or all of its departments. Schoology provides all the tools needed to create engaging courses perfect for any pedagogy. Some of the features of Schoology are it provides the traditional administrative programs for attendance, grading, academic calendars, and homework posting. It also provides the opportunity to be able to communicate, collaborate on assignments and projects. Schoology is widely used in the world. There are about 20,000 schools using Schoology right now. So today, these are the objectives for this tutorial. As I said earlier, we're going to learn how to sign up, setting up of Schoology overview for the instructor, creating courses, how to add course members, adding course materials, creating quizzes or tests, creating assignments, and creating groups. There are many features on Schoology as well as other learning management systems. Some of the features on Schoology are class profiles or web pages, the create quizzes features, manage gradebook and attendance, track student usage, communicative tools, collaborative tools, and it's very easy to use due to its visual appeal and tech support. Now Schoology, among all the other learning management systems, comes with a lot of advantages. So most people prefer to go in for Schoology, and these are some of the advantages Schoology brings on board. Advantages of Schoology: it looks like one of the social media networks, that is Facebook, and since students are very familiar with these social media like Facebook, using Schoology is not a big deal to them. Schoology comes with a calendar for personal and class purposes. So you can have your personal calendar and one for the purposes of your class. There's also the blogging element on Schoology, and you can create class discussions, and Schoology can be set up for the whole school system. Okay, Schoology can be set up for a whole school. Again, students see multiple classes, groups, messages in one place from multiple teachers. So even when class is over, because of Schoology, one can still track on things that are happening with regards to class discussions that are happening outside the classrooms and other assignments. So let's zoom into the main websites. Okay, so now we want to start on how to sign up on Schoology. So you launch your web browser and you type in Schoology. I have it already here. Schoology is school and ogy.com, and you click on enter. This brings you to their website, and here you have the login feature. If you already signed up on Schoology, you have to only log in, and if you are new on Schoology, what you have to do is click on sign up. So let me click on sign up, and it will give you the option for you to fill in your name, your email address, and the school that you find yourself in. You can either sign as an instructor or a student, but because this tutorial is for instructors, we are going to choose the instructor part. So now when you click on sign up, this is what you have. So you either sign up as an instructor or a student, but there's also an option for a parent to sign up on Schoology, where the parent will be able to monitor his or her student's performance. So I click on instructor, and stated earlier, these are the things we need to provide: your name, your email, and the school you are coming from. Like my name here, Vivian. My last name, Ajiman. I put in my email address and my password here, and here you have to confirm your password. When you are done, you click on register, and you need to confirm your registration. So when you are done signing up, you have to come and sign in. So let's sign in to Schoology as an instructor. So it is our Schoology interface, and there are a lot of features here that we'll be zooming into very soon. So when you come here for the first time as an instructor, this is what you see here. This is about me. This is where you can edit your profile. You can input in more details about yourself. So here it is demanding for the subjects that you've taught. So I already have here new media arts and modeling and sculpture, and levels taught, whether crèche level or middle school or college. So I put here university level 100 and 200. At this section is the position, so I put in here graduate assistant, and there's a little biography about yourself, and this is what I've typed here, and you can choose your gender here, and it demands for your birthday too. And here we have 3 types of learners: the auditory, the visual, the hands-on learner. So you check one of them that best suit your personality, and when you are done you click on save changes. And you can as well edit your profile picture. There are other features too. We have your interest and activities, and at the contact information tab you can provide your phone number, your website and address, and you click on save changes, and you can see here that your profile has been updated. And at the left corner here, this is where you can edit your picture or put your profile picture at. So you click on it. As you can see, I have already put my image there, so we don't need to go back and change it. So if you want to put a picture there, you come to edit thumbnail, you attach a new file, so you can just select any image that you want, and the image loads, and as you can see, this is the new image here, but I don't need that, so I have to close that. So now this is about editing your profile information on Schoology. Now let's go back to the home page and look at the other features on Schoology. Here at this part of the screen, it's your name, the name that you registered with. When you click on the drop down arrow here, it gives you your school that you are in, and here my school is showing here, Kwame Nkrumah University of Science, and you have your notification settings here, your account settings here, privacy settings, help center, recycle bin, and this is where you can log out. Okay, this part is where your notifications are. When a student posts an assignment or a student posts any update, this is where you have all the notification. It will be indicated here, and this section 2 is a request section. Very soon you would understand what this is meant for. When a student is requesting to be added to a group course, this is where the notification comes in and you accept the person. And this is your message tab. This is where students will be able to send you messages, and you can also send a student a message by clicking on new message. Now at the left pane of your interface or screen, we have the recent activity here, calendar, messages, people, app center. And for recent activity, when it is clicked, it shows all the activity that has been taking place chronologically. Okay, here you can update, give any updates, put an assignment to your class, create an event, or there are more things you can do. And here when you click on the more, you have your personal blog post. So let's say we want to post an announcement or a discussion, so I click on update. I want to send a very important announcement to my students, so I can type it here at this area. The assignment goes like this: hey paperless students, there will be an upcoming discussion on the topic technology and religion. Note your full participation. will earn you some points. The link below will help enlighten you on the current trend of the phenomenon. So I want to add a link to my post, so I click on link. So you go to wherever you have your link. So this is the website I want my student to read. So I come to the web address and I come and copy it, and I come back and paste the link here, and this portion can automatically grab the title of the article or the title of the link here. So when you click on it, it will automatically show up here, or you can either type it yourself. So as you can see, 6 ways technology has religion. We can see the link and the title here. I add or videos from, if you want to do it, and can select if it's an image, can select that. If PDF can as well have it here. So I click on it and automatically load. So I've added my link, PDF, and there's a resource tab. Here it will take you to where you put all your resource materials. Schoology allows you to upload any relevant material you think you will need in your lessons or in your course. So when you click on resource, it will take you there. You can select any material you want. And now this is for creating posts. Okay, so when you're done, you click on post. And now on how to create an assignment for your students. So when you click on the assignment tab, it gives you this dialog box for you to input your details. So this is demanding for the name of the assignment, so I prefer to put in week 3 assignment on literature review, and this is a description of the assignment. So I would type select 6 subtopics on your thesis and do a short literature review of them. So this is my assignment. If you have any file you want to add up, you can come and click here and add it, or if there's a link you want students to use it in connection with the assignment, you can click here and add a link, or you can add another resource from your resource area. So the maximum points is where you select the points for this particular assignment. So I would click on 50. You can either set it as a midterm or a final exam mark, but we are not yet there. At the advanced section, you can either align your learning objectives. Okay, you can as well lock this assignment, and you can make it visible to students, and you can as well make it visible to students. When you click on it, it becomes hidden, and when it is hidden, students can't access it or see it. So let me undo that and make it visible to students. and here you can enable submissions so that at any time the student is done they can submit it, or you can either select a particular time you want your student to submit this particular assignment. And this area is for grade statistics, and you can either enable this or disable it. When you enable it, students can see the grade they got from this particular assignment, and you can enable the comment section to where students can pass comments. Probably some of them might have some doubts or questions they want to ask the instructor, so when you enable comments it allows for that. And lastly, you have to direct where this assignment is going, and as I stated earlier, we can have as many courses as we can in the course tab, but we'll get there very soon. So if you had already created many courses, you just come and type in the course that you are directing this assignment to, and I will choose this. The moment you choose this, another area pops up, and this is the area where you decide on the time that you want. This is the area that you decide on the due date or deadline for submitting a particular assignment. So at the due date area, you click on the calendar sign and you select the date. So here, since today is 14th May, that's a Saturday, I want my student to submit this assignment latest by 16th May, that's Monday. So I come and click on it, and here you can adjust the time, but I want the time to be at 11:59 p.m. So this means if students are unable to submit this particular assignment before this time, they can't do it, because automatically the system would disable submitting this particular assignment. And here category, you can either choose weekly test or a homework, so or you can type whatever you want to be typed there. So I click on weekly test, and for the skill, this is what you use for mark, and you can either use numeric or the A+, A-, and the period is also there. So when you are done with all these details, come and click on create, and when you click on create, you wouldn't see the upcoming assignments here because it's been directed to a particular course. So if you want to see that assignment, you go to your courses, and when you click on the course that you directed the assignment to, that's why you can see that, but we'll go there very soon. So back to the recent activity area, and now this is where you can create your events. When you click on events, this is what pops up. You can give the actual date for the event, when it's starting and when it's ending. You can add the end time here, so the calendar pops up for you to make your selection, and when you are done, you click on create, and you can as well post it to its destination, any of the courses you've created. So now let's go back to home, and we are going to talk about the features here. That's the courses, groups, and resources. And what are courses? When you click on courses, you click the arrow key next to courses. This is what pops up. This is an example of one of the already created courses, but you want to create a new course, so you click on create. And courses are a great way to engage members in an area that has great book and attendance features, as well as interactive course materials, and this is how you go about it. Here you click on the name of the course, and this is an example, English 101, but I prefer to use research methods. ET60. So after entering the name of your course, we have section name. Maybe you teach multiple sections of this particular course, so you can click here if you are not teaching sections and put whatever you teach there. And this is the subject area. You choose your area of expertise. If it's language, arts, mathematics, professional development, so I will choose the arts. And you are supposed to choose the level. So we have from primary or secondary school or pre-K, that's from kindergarten, or we have higher education here, or graduate. So I will choose undergraduate. So when you are done with giving these details, you click on create. So now this is our first course we have created. That's the research methods ET60 section 1. And materials, as we can see here, add materials. Materials are the backbone of every course. So here you can add a lot of materials into this particular course that can engage students on all levels. You can create assignments, quizzes to fit specific needs within each class. So this part allows you to upload quizzes, discussions, assignments, and a whole lot more. So now let's go into adding materials for our course. When you click on add materials, we have add folder, add assignment, add test quiz, add file, link, external tool, add discussion, add page, add media album for pictures, add a package, or import from resources. So now let's create first folder, and in this folder I want to put in, let's say, the course materials, let's say the PDFs that my students would need for the whole semester. So you click on add folder. So when you click on create folder, this is what you have. So for the title, I'm going to type introduction to research, and you can add your description to it. Books on research, and here it gives you the option of making this particular folder or material available to your student at a particular date or time. So let's say you don't want to release these materials now, you can choose the specific dates that you want them to be able to access this course materials. So let's say I choose 17th of May, and until the 17th of May, no students can see the content of this folder. And you have the end date where the course would no more be on this platform when the due dates has come. So let's say I choose another month, like a month. So I want this course to be here in the period of 1 month, and you can either make it visible now, hidden, or available after the start date. So that's what I want to do. So available after start date, and you click on create. So there we go, we have our first folder, and I want to load my articles or PDFs or books into the folder that the student can access in this particular course. I click on it and you see the folder is empty, so I once again click on add materials, and here I'll come and choose add file. So you click on file, and here it gives you the chance to either add a file, a link, or an external tool. So I want to add a PDF file. You click on the file. There's also a link there which I'll come back to later. Come and click on attach files, and on attach files you come and select the type of file you want your students to see or access. And I want to add a PDF to the folder, so I upload the PDF. When it's done, I click on add, and now we have our PDF here, but it is hidden because the due date for its visibility, it's some few days away. Again, we can add an assignment for the semester. In this particular course, you can add a discussion, add a page, and I think we worked on adding an assignment and a discussion. You can as well import from resources. So when you are done, you go back. This is one of the courses I created earlier, and you can see the name of the course, New Media Art 200, and we have a lot of folders here. These are the arrangement I've done for the semester, and this is the course syllabus. And you can do this by clicking on add materials, and you come and add page. But since I've added it already, I don't need to add another one. When I open it, you would see the course outline for this particular course. So this is it. It opens a blank space for you, so you copy your already typed course outline, or you type them here yourself. So there is my course outline for the semester. So these are other folders that I've already created, and this is for tutorials. That's tutorials 1, tutorials 2, and I have a link here. It's titled How to Decode Any Modem Yourself. When students click on it, it will take them to the website. We have help guide for Schoology. It's a support for Schoology. We have help guide here. It's a Schoology support that has been put in place for users to be easily guided around Schoology. And this is my end of semester examination that I've already created, and this is another summation I've created here. So let's go back to my new course, and I want to add a test. So this is how to create test or quiz on Schoology. you click on add test or quiz, and this is what you need to do first before you can create a quiz. When this dialog box pops up, you need to put the name of the quiz there. If this quiz is for the mid-semester period or a weekly quiz, so let's say mid-semester exam, and you can as well choose a date. So I want this particular exams to take place on the 17th of May. I click on the 17th of May, and this is the due date, and here you give the number of points that students would get from the quiz, and I selected 50 points. We have the category here. You can either create a new category. So let me type in mid-sem there, and for the score, as I stated earlier, can be numeric or A plus A minus, and the advanced portion gives you the ability to assign this particular mid-sem individually. But this one I want to make it general, so, and you have the visible to students and the other features that I've already talked about. So this is the due date for the quiz, and not forgetting grading options. So when you click on create, this is what you have here. So this is where you're going to put in your questions. You have the questions tab, the settings tab, the preview, the results, the comments, and add question. So now let's start from the questions tab. And in Schoology, there's a question bank that has been added to this platform, so you can have as many questions as you want to be put there. So anytime you want a particular set of questions for a particular course or quiz, just go to the questions bank and go and bring these questions there and come and add questions. So now we want to add our questions here. So under add question, we have the true or false option, the multiple choice option, the ordering, short answer essay question, fill in the blank, matching from questions bank. As I stated earlier, you can go to the questions bank if you have some questions there already, or you can import another test or quiz from a resource. So for the true or false option, I come and type in my question here. My question is: many instructors implement gamification because they believe the rewards of the spirit of competition will spur students' concentration and interest and lead to more effective learning. So we here have text for true, text for false, and we have to choose the correct answer. If it's false, you choose false, but here the correct answer is supposed to be true, so make sure you select true. And here we have subjective question and timed question. You can put a time frame or limit on each question, that the moment the students start answering it and the time is due, it wouldn't be available anymore. And we can apportion individual marks for each question. So I would say this question carries 5 marks. So when I'm done, I click on create question. So here we have our first question, which is a true or false question. So now let's add a multiple choice option. So we click on multiple choice, and let me go and look for the question. Okay, this is the question I want to appear in my multiple choice question. So this is the area you have to type your question. So this is my question. A unified communication service consists of what? So these are the spaces you have to type in your possible answers. So I start with my questions, answers. So I will type, and I'll have all my possible answers here. So here too you have to provide the correct answer. So I would choose the choice 4, and if the possible answers are very few for you and you want to add more up to maybe A, B, C, D, E, F, you can do that here, and you can remove some of the blanks too from there. Maybe you want them to be just 3. So when you are done, you can create question, but let's give it the appropriate grade. I would say 5 points. And around this area you can randomize the choices of questions to your students. Okay, and here when you randomize the choices, the system is going to reshuffle them, so they would be going to reshuffle them. So I don't want that. So click on create question. So now let's do the filling the blank option of multiple choices, or filling the blank option. Yeah, there's what we have. So for our fill in the blank, we come and type our question there. And you put an underscore at the exact area you want the answer to be. So mine should be at the beginning of the sentence. So, and here I have to provide the answer. So my answer is instant messaging. So when you are done, you come and assign a point or grade to it. So I gave it 5, and I click on create. So now I've been able to create 3 questions: the true or false, the multiple choice, the fill in blank spaces, and it's easy to go by all the other types of question. Now let me add the last one, that is matching. So we click on matching, and this is where we're going to put our question. And here is a question, and this is the right answer for this particular question. So that's how we're going to do it. So we put our question in the blank area. The question is match each application with the correct example. So this is question 1. Let me go and bring my question, and this area is for the correct answer. So I would do the same thing to the rest of the blank spaces. So I have my questions here with the right answers. So when you are done, this I'm going to give it 10 points. So I click on create question. This is the fourth question we are creating. As I stated earlier on, you can go and import questions from banks, but I've not created one yet. So you can bring questions from your questions bank. And creating tests or quizzes in Schoology course helps you assess your students whether they've grasped a material, and it also helps you evaluate their preparedness for class. And for Schoology, each test or quiz is automatically graded unless you have included a subjective question such as a short answer or essay, as we have here. So you can create that. Apart from that, which would demand for a manual grading, apart from that, all questions are automatically graded when students complete the quiz. So now from the questions tab, let's go to settings. So we have instructions here under the settings tab. So let's say the instruction for this particular quiz is this quiz is made up of multiple choice true or false, matching, and fill in the blank spaces. Make sure you select the appropriate answer to the question. So that's for the instruction. And here you can add anything you want to add up, either file or link or a resource. So this is where we select when students can have access to this test. So under it we have available now until, or you can hide it. So it depends on the instructor. Let's say we want it to be available from, so when you click on it, it gives us the chance for us to put in the date that we want this quiz to be available. So let's say I want it to be available today. I click on today's date, that is 14th of May, until the same 14. Yeah, and here we have a time limit. You have a time limit for it. When you choose no, it means students can spend any amount of time on the quiz, but I want this quiz to be timed, so I click on yes. So, and when you click on yes, it will ask you to put in the duration for the quiz. So I would say 6 minutes, and here there's the chance for students to attempt more than one question. So if you want your students to have, let's say, 2 attempts, you can do that here, and you can select the appropriate grade for this quiz from the 2 attempts. Either the system would pick the last score for the attempt, or the highest score, or the average score. So I will select average score, and again you can randomize the questions so that each student sees a question or see the questions in different order. So I would say yes, and you can do the others, and here too is resumable. And last but not the least, you can make students view submission right after taking the exam. So you can select either no, but you have the option of also adding the correct answers to the submission. So I would click on yes with correct answers. So when you are done with all these, you click on save changes. After applying these settings to it, you can go and preview the quiz so that you would have a look at how it's going to be like. So this is the preview section of the quiz. So we have 4 questions here. So this is how the students are going to see all the questions from 1 to 2, and you can see the timing here. I gave them 6 minutes. So the moment they click on begin test, the time starts ticking, and it will automatically disappear when the time is due. So that's it for the preview, and you can click on results too, and you can enable comments where students can give comments on the quiz or tests. Now you can add discussions, and the instructor can also add his end of semester exams, so he can make adjustments for each of these things. You have the weekly test here, end of semester, and all weekly tests that the instructor wants to give out to his or her students. So all these things can be created under a folder for any of the courses. But now, after creating all these courses, how do you enroll members or your students on this course? Because it's either they are invited to come, or you can make the course open to everyone to enroll, or you can invite members. So you can give them access code that they can use to access this particular course. So now I'm going to talk about how to add members to courses. So to add members, you go to the profile. To add members, start from the course profile by selecting a course from the courses drop down menu that is here, and I'm going to click on this course, that is Research Methods ET60. And for Schoology, anytime you create a new course, it gives you a 10-digit access code. This is where the code is. It's in a green box, and it's found at the left hand side of your screen. So you can distribute this code to your students to allow them to register for Schoology on their own. But students with existing Schoology accounts can use the access code to join your class without having to create a new one. And this access code can require for an approval. So to do this, you can manually approve new members before they can join the course, even if they use the access code. So to do so, come to the members tab on your left hand side of the screen. So here, what you need to do is come to this area of your screen and come and check require approval. And here, if it's checked, any student that joins the course has to be approved manually by the instructor, and that is you. And for the enterprise version of Schoology, you can add members by using the add members button, but because this is not the enterprise version, you don't have that privilege or option. Okay, groups are an excellent way to connect with people locally and worldwide. Depending on the permission settings at the administrative level, educators and parents and even students can create or join groups. They can be used to connect, collaborate, share materials, and many other things. There are so many ways to use the group feature. They may become a vital part of the educational management system. Now, to create a group, you come to your group tab and you click on the drop down menu. Click on it, and here you can either create a new group or join existing groups. And on Schoology platform too, there are other public groups that you can join. So let's create a new group by clicking on create. So in creating the group, we have to fill this form. So now the name of the group, let's say I want to call this group Sobolo. So SOBOLO, and you can give a brief description about the group, but this is optional. And at the privacy section, you can either select school, group, no one, or custom. So I would select school. And the access section, you can either invite only, so people can only be part of the group when they are invited, or you can allow requests or make it open to everyone to join. So when you are done, so I chose allow requests. So you come and create it. So now this is the group that we've created, and because we checked the request or access request, this has granted us or generated another 10 digits code that we can use to accept members. So if you want any member on Schoology to join this group, the person has to get this access code here, and it will make it possible for the person to be part of this group. And I said earlier that there are many groups that one can join, especially we have groups for educators around the globe, and other small groups created in a particular institution. So here you have my group. So these are the groups that I've created or I am part. You have the school groups, you have the public group. So when I click on the school groups, these are the groups that are found in or that have been created in KNUST, and there are other public groups. And Schoology also suggests groups that one can join. So these are the public groups that you can join any of them by clicking at this portion. So these are a lot of groups You have Schoology educators, blended learning, flipped classroom. So you can join any of these groups. One can also post updates in groups, and you know, updates are meant to be brief messages posted to your group. When updates are posted to your group, they will appear in the updates section of your group, as well as on each in the recent activity area of members in your group. By default, any member can post updates. If you are a group administrator, you can limit this ability to only other group administrators to do so, but I don't need that. If you want to do that, you go to edit here. When you go to edit, you would find the settings tab. Click on the settings tab and click on all members in the post group updates. So in this feature, you can allow members to post updates, or you can restrict it for just the administrators of this group. So for the rest of the other features on Schoology, here we have upcoming, and here you can see the quizzes that you've already set for your students. So you have the first, second, and the third quiz. So as I said earlier, you can get your calendar at the left side of your screen. Calendar shows you all the activities you've scheduled in the semester for a particular course. So you can see all the schedules for the semester, that of the materials that were put in the folders. You can see tutorials 1, that is scheduled to 3rd of May. You can see all these things. So, and from the calendar section, you can add a new event or an assignment to it. So here you fill in the necessary details, then you click on create. Now back to the home interface. You can click on messages to receive or to show the messages that you received in the semester. You can click on messages to track all the messages that come to your account, that from students and that from colleagues. And this part shows your upcoming events. They can be midterms or discussions or any other things. Close to your name is a drop down menu. When you click on it, it shows you the notification, your account settings, your privacy, helps and tariffs, and a whole lot. This portion is where you get a notification of all the assignments that your students submit to you. So let me click on the first one, submitted by Gideon Kokudia, which is synopsis submission. And here you can grade the student as well. So you can see from this part that the student submitted his assignment on time. So upon receiving this assignment, I want to have a view of it so that I can mark. So you can either download it, so you can click on a student's name and you can have access to the work he or she has submitted. So in grading the student's work, the assignment would pop up, so the, so, 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 the, so assignment as I have here. So this is the assignment the student submitted. So after everything and you want to grade, this is where you can put the grade. So let's say 59, and you can comment on the grade too. The student can see any comments the instructor provides. So I type keep it up. So I type keep it up and I click on submit. So this is what is going to show in the grade book. Now let's zoom into the main grade book. To do that, you go to your course. So I would prefer a new media arts 200 course, and when it comes, you go to the grade book. So this is a grade book for this particular course. This is a grade book, as I said earlier. So you can have a list of your students here. I have only one student enrolled on this particular course, but I would use another grade book to explain things into details. So you can grade assignments, tests or quizzes and discussion directly in the grade book, and your students can view these grades under their grades tab as you post them. So there is an example of an instructor's grade book. You can see here the list of students, all grading periods, all categories, the due dates and other things. So under all grading period, you can view the calculated grades for the overall and grading period scores. Sub-periods are nested beneath their main grading period. For the final midterm or material grades, you can view items for which you have selected the set as midterm final checkbox in the items grading options. And for the no grading period section, here you can see items that haven't been assigned a grading period. So under all categories, we have all categories here: homework, weekly tests and ungraded quizzes. And under the due date, we have all sorts of due dates: the ascending, the descending, and the date created. And under view, we have marked excused, marked incomplete, marked missing with submission. So over here, there's a grade book of one instructor. These are the names of the members of this course, and here are the different categories of assignment and quizzes that have taken place so far. So this is the energy essay, and these are the points that the students got. So you could see each student. Some of the students have marks, others too don't have marks, others have their areas blank, and others have these signs. And the green sign here means marked as excused, and some of them, they are yet to be graded. For example, this indication shows that this particular assignment for this student is marked incomplete. So these are other assignments. As you can see, the grades have been given to the student already. So as I said earlier, marks can be manually put in this grade book. You can click on it and you type in the point or grade you want to give to the student. Again, Schoology provides a way you can check attendance in your class. The attendance feature can be accessed in the left menu, that is here, of your course profile. When you click on it, it will take you to the attendance section. You can mark students as present, absent, late, or excused. So this present, this sign, or this indicates present, absent, late, and excused. And by default, students are marked present to reduce the amount of clicking required during the attendance process. But if your attendance appears empty, except for the current date, you may consider empty cells as present. But Schoology saves attendance marks for present, absent, late, or excused. But Schoology considers empty cells as present marks. And now how to take attendance. To take attendance, select attendance in the left menu of your course, as I've done here, and you can click on the attendance cell here. To change student status, either present, late, excused. So when I click this, it means the student was absent. So when you are done, you can do the same to all the other dates. So when you are done, you click on save changes. Moving over, a gray cell will display the number of absent, late, and excused markings the student has received while in your course. So this information is displayed by a number next to the appropriate icon to the right. So this is what I am talking about. You can pass comments on each of the attendance section. So if you want to do that, just click the icon here, the comment icon here, and type something in and you will submit it. And once again, you can view attendance reports by clicking on this icon. This is going to display the overall or a summary of the students' attendance in the course here. And there are other features in both the attendance and the gradebook areas that needs to be explored. So I would entreat you to explore more on the features provided by this. This is the end of the tutorial on Schoology. Thank you very much.